close. So close. I could go put a band t-shirt on just to fuck with it.
Oh, he was talking about you. I read that. I read that because they always guess that. And
Yeah, I know. I've been doing it.
wait, so you gotta make sure we can see that.
Yeah. That's a good.
Let me see. Make sure you're holding it up.
When you start,
I'm not gonna put them on.
just fucking 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what are you doing?
Not much. What are you doing?
So, Huck Karinsky gets the win for a tire check. What shirt you got on?
It's not a band t-shirt. It's just a Miller High Life t-shirt I got when I was in like 7th grade.
I
But
can
I've been-
promise you, if I do a search Miller High Life band,
If it's
Daniel
not, I'm
Miller
gonna make
in
one.
the High Life.
It's a good one.
That's a band. Mike Miller in the High Life. Mike Miller stole. Which one stole which? That's too funny.
Which one's from Indiana? That's what matters.
Let me look. This one looks like it's Texas.
Texas
Pasadena.
counts.
Farmingdale, New York. That counts.
Farmingdale. That'd be a good band name too.
Come on, tell me it's in Indiana. Tell me. About. Doesn't say. Oh, Tennessee. Same thing.
Yeah, close enough.
All right, Noah.
Lower Indiana.
How are you, Noah? I haven't talked to your face in a while.
Yeah. On or off the internet. I've been kind of incognito. Kind of just put my life together, you know? Just normal Noah McBride stuff. Just working on cars, hanging cabinets. Just trying to get to a point to where I can ride bikes every weekend with my friends. But
Buying cars that break down and then having to fix them.
yeah, just the Vandura.
What does
just
that mean?
one. The other two, like I had, and they were gonna break down eventually. Either way, so the HHR didn't break down. It got into an accident, accidentally, and then the transit has been dying for a long time. But I kept driving it because like I had to get to work, and over the past like would say like half a year-ish, like 6 months, I've just been having like a tough time with money, just getting paid, just kind of like self-contractor stuff. Money gets tight sometimes, and it's not like a being broke thing, because it's like, you know, I'll wake up every morning and like lace my boots up and go to work. It's not that I don't have the money, it's just that it hasn't been given to me yet. It's a weird situation to be in, but unfortunately, like it's just something that happens when you work for yourself. So like I just had to keep driving the transit, the work van, because I didn't have money or time to fix it. And now that like I kind of have the time and I thankfully have the money, like it's laid up so I can put valves in it finally. And then the Vandura I bought like a dumbass. That's one I bought a piece of shit van. Had no clue how to work on it, and now it'll randomly break. Like it literally broke down today, and I spent all of the afternoon fixing it, and was like, man, I hope I fix this before I get on stream with Brant. I was driving to work this morning, and I went over some railroad tracks like 2 miles an hour too fast, and it just like stopped shifting. So I was like, yeah, just grenaded my transmission. That's great. But I bought it off like a purebred hillbilly, and he did
Then it
the
should be
worst.
perfect. What do you mean?
No, not the like kind of hillbilly that knows how to work on cars. Not like a me. I bought it off of like a not not that kind of hillbilly.
Okay.
I bought it off a Bud Light hillbilly, not a Hams hillbilly. And
Is
so
that
the
a
wiring in
Magic
this
the
thing is,
Gathering card behind you?
yeah, that's a scavenging ooze.
Oh, okay. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I went over the train tracks and it quit shifting, and then I spent all afternoon just like threading through shitty wiring because the guy that owned it before me just should not be allowed to work on vehicles, and now she's good. Um,
Dude, I
yeah,
can't
that
imagine that.
that's been my life lately, is just trying to get to a point to where I'm like stable. And it's been an uphill battle, but I'm getting real close. Yeah, getting real close. I don't know if I'll ever um, get back to where I'm going somewhere every weekend and filming, but I'm definitely gonna get to a point where I can go ride as much as I was, and definitely be filming at least some of the time. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What happened with the HHR when you were like about to leave to come to Wedgwood?
Yeah, that was. I probably still could have made it. So what happened was, um, the HHR, when I bought it, it was solid. And then I drove it to Swamp Fest the first time, and on the way down, it started throwing a check engine code for a torque converter. Um, well, it's for a torque converter clutch solenoid, which basically means it's not locking into overdrive. And that's not like the worst thing in the world, but not something you really want to drive like 900 miles home on. And I did anyways. And then I also drove it like maybe 15,000 miles after that. So that transmission is like grenaded. It's basically dead. And I was gonna drive it anyways, even with the like this car. When you start it up, it sounds like nickels in a washing machine. Like it sounds real bad. But I was gonna drive it anyways, and I was like, this is stupid, but fuck it. I want to go see Trevor and Brant and Gage and Jamie Thayer. Like I want to go see all my like fucking my east of Indiana friends. And I went to leave in the morning, and I was leaving at like 4:30 in the morning because I was gonna stop at Trevor's house, pick him up, and then the original plan was to go to Trevor's house like Friday night, and then get real drunk in Cleveland, and then leave for the contest Saturday morning. But I ended up working until like 8 o'clock at night that night, so I was like, well, fuck, I just got to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning, go see Trevor. So I wake up early, which is not something I do often. And then I get in the car, like I get it all packed because I'm not like a planner. So I pack my car 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 hits, and I'm like, let's go. So I start at my driveway and it cranks kind of slow. And I'm like, well, that's not really something I'm excited about when I'm getting ready to drive like 6 hours away. And drive it to the gas station, go to put gas in it, and 4:30 in the morning at a gas station, after putting gas in it, it just doesn't want to start. And it's either dead or it's grenaded itself. And luckily it was just the battery. So like I gotta jump from a real sketchy man in the wee hours of the morning. And I drove it home, and had to wait till like 8 o'clock in the morning to go buy a battery. And I probably could have made it, but I'm not one to like tempt fate. So I just stayed home. I worked on the van. I probably could have drove the Vandura that weekend too, but I'm just not. I haven't had the best luck lately. So like a year ago, I probably would have said like fuck it and just gone. But yeah, it was just in the air. Like I don't want to. I just I couldn't risk getting stranded like that.
Yeah.
It sucks because usually if I'm in a situation where I can roll the dice, where it's like, well, if it dies, like I'll just leave it and come pick it up in a month. But I wasn't, so yeah, that's what happened. Nothing too crazy. Like the weekend before that, The reason the battery probably went out is because the alternator had gone out in the HHR like maybe a week before. I was
Yeah.
driving home from this skate park and the lights started flickering, so I just called Bree and I was like, I'm probably gonna have to have you pick me up on the side of the interstate here in like 5 minutes. And sure
Dude.
enough, sure enough, like 5 minutes later, my car just like shuts off. I pull over and try to start it. It's, it'll click, but it won't run. Alternator's fucked. So I had Bree come pick me up. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Go home, all bummed out, go to sleep, and then I wake up the next morning. And then me and Dad, this is when money was still like really bad. So Dad and I, like, Dad comes to pick me up in Muncie, which is a drive from his house. He comes to pick me up early in the morning. We go finish a job so we can get money. And then at noon, we leave the job site. We go to the O'Reilly's, pick up an alternator, and then he drives me to my car on the side of the road. And I like start putting an alternator in the HHR. And then I get the old one out and I like run back to the van. And I grab the alternator we just bought and I like slide under the car to put it up there, and the bolts don't line up. And the amount of profanity that came out of my mouth in that moment was, this fucking moron sold me the wrong alternator. And, well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of the moron for not opening the box, but like I don't know. He must have just like went to the rack and like got the wrong part number. But so then I got to leave my car on the interstate again to go back to the O'Reilly, get the right alternator, and come back. In between when we left from when I figured out it was the wrong alternator to the time we came back with the new one, the cop had come by and tagged my car. Like when we showed up, it wasn't tagged, and when we came back, it was tagged. So like if you leave a car on the side of the interstate, they'll put a orange tag on there that basically says you have however many hours, it depends on where you're at, but you have 24 hours to like move this vehicle or it gets towed. So he watched me crawl under my car and work on it for 10 minutes and then sees us leave, puts the tag on, and then watches us come back. I was like, you fucking jackass.
Jesus God, dude.
Slid that alternator right in after I got the right one and we were on the road.
Just like the
if
DMs.
anybody is if anybody's a NASCAR pit crew chief, you need a worker, let me know.
No one needs a freaking NASCAR car sponsor so he can have a way to get to events to film, because
I am the sponsor. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been sponsoring myself hardcore for the past 5 months to try and get a reliable car.
It is failing really badly, so you need to.
It's not failing. It's just it's been a cumulative effort. Eventually, it will be a rock solid, and I'll never miss a single one.
You don't fail until you quit. But
exactly.
You could listen, guys. Just whether it's Enterprise or Hertz, somebody hit them up and set them up with rental cars every time there's a BMX event.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have like a Rock Auto sponsorship. That'd be way more authentic.
I'm still driving the van. It's just got parts now.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not that like I am a shitty mechanic or that like I just have cars that break all the time. It is more of an issue of I can't spend all day like fixing them when I need to, and I also can't like put them in the shop because I don't have money like that. So like even if it's just an alternator, that $150-$160 that it might be, like a lot of the times I don't have it. That's the $160 that I would put in the gas tank to go to the event. So it's just been, and it's that small of a margin right now. And fine, like literally just this past couple weeks, it's getting to the point to where it's not like that. But there's it like I said, it's a small margin. So, if the next couple of weeks go good, then I could be good until, whenever. Or if they go bad, I could be right back in the same situation. It just kind of, I don't know. That's poverty, man. That's how it works.
God dang. See, that's why you need a sponsor. Stoney said I would watch a Noah reality show. Can you imagine, instead of Life of Ryan, it's Life of Noah, and you're on the side of the road, and it's got The Office filming to where it does the pan zoom into the cop, and then it pan zooms back to you, and then it pan zooms back to the cop, then it comes back to the car and you're not there, then back to the cop and he's not there, then back to your car and the cop's putting a thing on your car. And you're doing a crappy voiceover where you're talking about how emotional you're feeling because you got this ticket thing on your car that if you didn't get it fixed, and the idiot guy from the parts store who gave you the wrong thing.
I could tell a lot of stories about idiot guys from the parts store, but
Every
yeah, it would be
single time. Every time. Dude, every time I went to buy headlights, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, I just need these headlights off the shelf. And he's like, what year and model is your... I'm like, dude, I'm literally telling you I need those headlights right there. I'm telling you which ones I need, and you're going to ask me what car I have. Like, come on, bro.
It's either that where they like, you know, like I had to explain to a guy in a O'Reilly yesterday what valves are, which like if I'm explaining car parts to you, that's bad. Like I'm not.
The bike
I know.
rider video maker is explaining valves in a car.
So I learned how to work on cars out of necessity, so it's bad if I have to explain to you how cars work. But then there's also like the O'Reilly workers, or I'm an O'Reilly stan, but like the auto parts store workers who are just like auto part store workers have taught me basically everything I know about cars, because I go in there and I'm like, this is what I have, this is what I need, and then some old fella is like, oh well, okay, here, and explains it to me, maybe makes like a scratch like diagram of how I need to do it, and then I go home and I'm just like, yeah, fuck the internet, this is how they did it in the good old days.
Jeff said get it to New Jersey, and Joey said he can fix it. Shop access and street riding.
I might move to New Jersey just for the shop access. I can fix it. I'm rebuilding the engine in my work van right now. Again, out of necessity. Like I probably have no business like messing around with engine internals, but it's like, well, I gotta drive this to work if I want to be able to drive the other cars to BMX events. So like, fuck it. I can't pay anybody else to do it. So here we go. And yeah,
one day
it's working out so far. I'm telling you, very soon. I mean, probably within the next couple weeks. There's that Dan's Jam.
That's
this weekend. Yeah, and I mean, I'm probably going to be able to take the Van Der to that, God's willing. You know, probably going to fucking blow a wheel bearing up on the way there, but it's fine, man. We'll fucking...
One day you're going to have Noah's trim, carpenter, mechanic, video, commercial, graphic design service as one building.
It would... I don't know if I could ever get into graphic design. I don't have, like... The only reason I can get into, like, video editing is because it's like a light artistic field. It's not something where it's, like, free-handed, you know? It's all kind of, like, theoretical, I guess. Like the film theory. Like, this clip bleeds into this clip, and there's inferred meaning in this cut and that kind of stuff, where it's, like, I don't actually have to, like, draw anything or, like...
Either way... So take graphic design out of it and add...
I just...
Add convenience store for the only sells hams.
Yeah, perfect. I could sell beer.
And there's always a 12-pack that's open in the fridge because you're robbing them out while you're working.
No, don't shortchange me, dude. It's a 30-pack. 30-pack, that's the reason I drink hams, because you can buy a 30-pack for $20. That's less than $1 a beer, and that is amazing.
You know how much this water costs me?
Did you collect it? I mean, did it come out of the sky? It costs too much, dude. Water's free. Why are you paying for that shit? You need to be on the Joey Bags grind. Joey Bags is bottling that shit at the source.
There's actually not even 5 minutes from me an artesian well where people do that.
Yeah. If I knew where one was around, I probably still wouldn't do it, because I drink tap water like a real hillbilly. But I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
Wait, where's the line drawn between hillbilly and Midwest like redneck?
I
Where's
think I
that line?
I think I fit into. I'm sure it's the Mason Dixon line. I'm pretty sure it's the Mason Dixon line. But I'm,
So what does that make us in Ohio?
no, the Mason Dixon line would be the line between Tennessee and Georgia.
Well,
I
then
think.
what's West Virginia count in this?
Oh, wait, no, West Virginia is the Mason Dixon line too. The reason.
Listen, you got to teach me
All right,
geography right now.
I think, yeah, I think, because it's like the 38th parallel or something. It's one of them, and then West Virginia is the reason it's not a straight line because they wanted to not secede. I think I could be wrong.
Hold
I don't
on.
know a whole bunch about
Hold on. I found a picture. The
of the Mason Dixon line.
is between Ohio and West Virginia, and the bottom of Pennsylvania, and the bottom of Indiana and Illinois.
Is it really?
Unofficial. Okay. The actual Mason-Dixon line is just the bottom of Pennsylvania and the side of, I think that's either Delaware or one of those little guys. And then the unofficial extension. Oh, wait, why am I... How are we talking about Civil War facts right now?
I don't know.
The unofficial extension separating free and slave states pre-Civil War. So what does that make us in
Yeah,
Ohio?
the 38th parallel is North Korea and South Korea. Not the North and the South.
Jesus Christ, no.
I was way off.
Bud, you gotta get your geometry. You gotta get your geometry right.
My geometry? Hey, buddy, I can do some fucking geometry, okay?
Yeah, your little brother's a pool shark. He does geometry in his sleep.
I'm a carpenter. I'll whoop his ass in geometry. That man
he'll
doesn't
translate
know
it
the
better.
definition of a triangle, dude.
Yeah, he'll just translate it into a sport better.
Yeah, he'll just actually make money. I'll explain to you how compound miters work, and he'll be like, "Yeah, that's cool. I won $5,000 playing pool."
Oh my
God. Guy. I love him to death.
Can I tell you about how I almost killed myself today on accident? I probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube.
Yeah,
but...
I was gonna say as long as
no,
it's not depressing.
I had a fork in my mouth because I was just like eating lunch and transferring from eating my warm food to eating out of a can of pears because I like eating canned fruit. And I had it in my mouth like this, and I bent over and it hit my desk and went like into my like very easily. If I was moving quickly, I would have been on 10,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of that. Yeah. The amount of times my head has almost been like crushed by a transfer case in the past couple months is.
That's why you should have a rental car sponsorship.
That's why you don't buy Harbor Freight jacks. Or jack stands.
What do you buy from Harbor Freight?
Everything, dude.
Except jack stands?
Well, they got a recall. I use them. They've never like slipped on me, but I mean, there's been times where I'm like cranking on something real hard and everything wiggles. I'm like, I'm about to die, dude.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah. Especially me. Like, if you've seen the way I ride a bike, you can imagine how I work on cars.
You ride a bike fine. It's just the way your bike looks that I'm worried about.
Nah, dude, you can't tell me you've never seen me do a trick and be like, that was too sketchy. Like, there's no way that
every
just
single
happened.
time you do a foofanu because you refuse to do more than just a sub foofanu every 6 months.
That's not so. I've been riding. You just wouldn't know it because it's not on the internet. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just sketchy. I don't know how to justify it, dude.
I saw you do the most perfect whip air ever.
Yeah.
And it was great. And your bar spins are dialed.
Didn't film it though, did you?
Actually, I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you really?
Pretty sure.
I don't know. That was not the highlight of that video.
Jeff said it's all because of that Goldfinger.
Dude, that Goldfinger.
Is Tech Bikeco gonna let you ride a Goldfinger?
They're gonna make me a signature Goldfinger. That's what they're gonna do.
Jesus God. Not good. Not good at all.
Um,
You're
yeah.
gonna get a new bike and ride worse.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. I'm gonna have
Which
to
one
like.
is it? Yeah, no, or absolutely?
Yeah. No, for sure. Definitely.
Maybe.
I forgot that bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. I just want to say something every single time.
There's a word for it's what is it, post ironic phrases now that
Is
we've
it?
brought it up and I say
Let's
it all the time.
let's find out. This is very fun. Post ironic memes.
A post irony would be like I said it and it was funny and then you pointed it out and then it wasn't funny and now I say it because it's not funny, which makes it funny.
Listen, let me just give the actual definition here from Wikipedia. Post irony, from Latin, post, after, and ancient Greek, can't read those words, is a term used to denote a state in which earnest and ironic intents become muddled. It may less commonly refer to its converse, a return from the irony to earnestness. What am I reading?
I don't know.
Did you understand any of that?
This got heady. I mean,
I go to
liked my
Urban
definition
Dictionary.
better.
Urban Dictionary will help us out.
Yeah, there you go.
Adjective. When one's ironic appreciation of something becomes genuine, usually due to prolonged exposure or enjoyment derived from how amusingly terrible it is. At first, I thought Pitchfork's inclusion of Kelly Clarkson's Since You Begun at number 21 of their top 500 tracks of the 2000s list was just hipster irony, but now real hipsters post-ironically recognize it for the great song it is. Go figure. Is that like... Let's see. What's a good example of that in BMX? Because I'm pretty sure that exists.
Post irony in BMX.
Yeah. It has to exist.
Oh man, I could light some fires right now.
Let's do it, baby.
Maybe Lucero.
Wait, did people hate it at first? No, hold on. I feel like all of Prop's music is kind of post-ironic because it was just what they had access to use, and then everybody started loving it.
Well, you don't have to hate it at first. It has to be hated at some point.
It doesn't have to be hated at all. It just has to be there ironically, because maybe.
Right, but then post-ironically, yeah,
is
that's
where
why
people
saying,
enjoy
like,
it.
Right, so like Lucero in all of Props Rock, like that was where we were, and then there was definitely a phase where like fucking Team Weed was like my little silver heart, it's fucking hilarious, you know, and then
Whoa.
I don't know, I never stopped listening to Props. Like that's been my fucking taste in music since I was like 8.
Yeah,
so.
because of Props. That's what makes it post-ironic.
It's on the TV right now.
Hey, I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. Look at that bike. What a beautiful.
That was Aaron.
I was gonna say that. I could tell. You know, my next and last Swamp Fest talking video is me talking with Aaron Ross.
I was gonna ask you about Swamp Fest.
Are we gonna actually talk about bikes?
We have to talk about Swamp Fest once per podcast, live stream, whatever you want to call it. So tell me about your Swamp Fest experience.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Yeah. So compare this to the ones that I got to go to. Was it better when I was there, or was it better when I wasn't?
I will say it was crazier this year than I've ever experienced before.
Yeah, would you say that because so from like the outside perspective, I think like the layout definitely looked like way better than any of the ones I've seen.
Yeah.
Was it like last year? I feel like the crowd hit like a fucking boiling point. Was it looser than last year? Or?
It was crazier because everybody who was there, can't say everybody, but there was a lot of people who recognized that you could just throw fireworks into a crowd and you would have no consequences from prior years.
Fireworks
so more people did it, And it was literally, dude, when the band was playing, it was literally that the crowd of people would be all surrounded the band, and then there'd be a firework like land in there, and they would all scatter, and then they'd all come back in, and it was like breathing. It was literally like the crowd was breathing with the fireworks.
I think I've got to imagine that like having a Shelton's firework depot on 75 like adds to the amount of fireworks at Swamp Fest. Like
Oh, yeah.
logistically, that has to be a factor.
I
But
just want to show that there's an Alibaba ad for Ricky Veronic's handlebars and and stem right now on my Urban Dictionary page. What happens
that's
when I click
amazing.
on this? Bicycle parts.
What'd you call it?
Ricky Veronic, because it's a one-piece stem and handlebar that's out of titanium with holes in it. It's the Thai BMX handlebar with stem, titanium BMX bicycle handlebar and stem handlebar with stem, $500 to $1,500. Dude,
Why are you getting Alibaba ads, dude?
because I was on Urban Dictionary and they were gonna put any ads they could possibly get on there.
I don't know, man. Are you starting a bike company on Alibaba buying What
That's
you
how I'm
doing,
gonna get
Brant?
rich.
What's going on, man? Thought you just got picked up. I can't believe you started a bike company already. What's going on?
Listen, you can't cancel me. No,
You can't get canceled in BMX. What are you talking
you
about?
can't get
There's
canceled
only
from something you
there's
don't make
only
money from.
there's only one person in BMX that's ever been canceled, dude, and he's from the Midwest.
Who was canceled?
If I say it, I'll get canceled. I can't tell you, but like
Type it in the
if
chat and I won't show.
somebody will figure it out. But if Catfish can't get canceled, then nobody can get canceled, dude.
Fair enough. Anyways,
Yeah.
oh wait, I know who you're talking about.
There you go. Figured it out.
Yeah. No, what I was gonna say.
He
about-
deserved it. It's fine.
Maybe we're not thinking about the same person. Anyways.
Probably not. If we're thinking about the same person, I'll give you props because it's not like somebody that I think you would guess because you didn't watch videos in 2005. So,
Okay. But back to Swamp
anyways,
Fest. So
yeah.
I was doing a live stream after dark while the fireworks were going off and everything was crazy. I was doing a close up of the band, and I was right up in there in front of them, in front of the main speaker, and a firework goes off at my feet, and I feel all of the individual parts and pieces of it like hit me.
Yeah.
And it was at that point that I was like, okay, I'm done with the crowd. I'm gonna film from afar.
I definitely had a couple like firework experiences at the last one. It was
So that definitely was part of what made it crazier. Then, when they burnt that castle, it was a legitimate house fire for a little while, and there was embers. There was embers raining from the sky, like I was in Call of Duty Zombies, and I was genuinely concerned that the swamp was gonna catch on fire.
yeah. Oh fuck! I just typed that in chat really bad. What was your favorite interview you did at Swamp Fest?
So would you say like dedicated ones, or like just asking people the questions?
No, just like favorite person, because that's always my favorite part of, like my favorite Swamp Fest story is like I accidentally asked Dave Volker to do a keg stand. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
And,
feel like he'd be down for that.
he wasn't down. He was not down.
So you mean just
But-
video interviews?
Yeah, well, just like favorite person you interviewed. Period. It doesn't have to be like dedicated, but like that's always the coolest part is seeing somebody. Casey's got real good stories about like meeting people at Swamp Fest because it's like people that not even I know. Where he's like, I saw this dude. It's fucking amazing.
I was really stoked to get to talk to Seth Kimbrough for a little bit.
Oh yeah, was Seth? Seth wasn't there last year. It was Wiz was there the year I was there.
Yeah.
I've never seen Seth at Swamp Fest. That's a fucking good one, dude.
It was pretty cool, just because I listened to Mortal Treason a lot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just stoked about that.
Yeah.
Getting to meet Garrett was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met Garrett.
Garrett, literally, I walked up to him and he's like, "Oh, what's up, Brant?" I was like, "What the hell is my
Whoa!
life?"
Wait, what the
I was like,
fuck?
"Hang on a minute."
I would get that fucking tattooed on me, dude. Like Garrett Reynolds knows my name.
It was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up, dude. That's, I mean, yeah, he's
Well,
best
then
to ever do it. I
after,
mean,
dude, I saw he's on the list for BMX Street for X Games Japan, and he's could. There's a very good chance that he could break Shaun White's gold medal record this year.
yeah. Oh God, do we want to get into the X Games talk?
No, not yet, because I know how jaded you are when it comes to X Games. We're talking about
Yeah,
Swamp Fest.
we
What's
need a legit, we need a legit like dedicated.
we
We
had
don't
that
need that.
already. We already had
No,
that. About an X Games? Oh, we already had that.
I know, but
Listen, don't be.
I,
You're a broken record.
yeah, no, I think he,
Are you? You forgot absolutely.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Always, sometimes.
I don't even think X Games puts on a good enough competition for Garrett to demonstrate how much more fucking awesome he is than everybody else.
Well, isn't that kind of a testament to how easily he's just won 15 gold medals by doing a perfect run,
Yeah.
even when he's under the pressure of this is his last chance?
So, does he have more than one medal in the real street competition?
Oh.
Because that to me is a category made for Garrett.
Oh, let's see. Wow, if I could spell street, that'd be sick. Uh,
Midwest Games sponsored by Hams. Get it fucking right, dude.
Miller High Life.
You don't even drink. Shut up.
Dude, I'm gonna have to have other people answer this Garrett question about Real Street because I can't tell.
Nah, that's fine. We can figure it out another time. But
Are those what
yeah.
you're counting in that? Because those are technically X Games gold medals.
Yeah, no, they are definitely.
I'm wondering if X Games is counting those towards the count.
I know we won one.
Yeah,
I just don't remember if it was one of the earlier ones or the one where he did the. It was him and maybe Prangenberg. They both did the 5 cabs down a set, and
that was Lewis Mills, not Prangenberg.
Was it Mills?
They both
I
did
don't
the same
fucking-
trick down a set. Yeah.
Yeah, but Garrett's was like 5 stairs bigger.
It was definitely.
It was like way fucking bigger. Yeah.
I
Garrett's
see
best
a
to do it.
picture. I see a picture of him holding an X Games Real BMX medal or Real Street. It was called Real BMX at one point.
I mean, it makes more sense to call it Real Street because they do the street event also, or the skate event also. But skate last year, the one they did in California they had the event actually in the streets, a lot like the like when Brakeless TV was still a thing, for
Yeah.
like the 4 months that it was a thing. If you guys are fucking watching this, you should definitely do that again. But a lot like how they did the King of the 4 block or King of the Bank, like they had a skate event in X Games like that.
Yeah.
And but they didn't do it for BMX, which I thought was fucking bullshit. At least try and hide the fact that X Games like cares way more about skateboarding than they do BMX. Instead, they were just like, fuck it, we'll just publicly broadcast that BMX is a fucking afterthought at this goddamn event.
I just want to bring up that when I typed in Garrett Reynolds Real Street, a thread from June 19th, 2014 on Vital BMX titled Brandon Began versus Garrett Reynolds. Who's the better street rider? Came up. In
You're-
2014, someone was
I don't
asking that
know,
question.
man. I
Today,
don't know.
today I feel like you could maybe bring them both up in the same conversation because Brandon rides very differently than Garrett and in ways that Garrett would probably never choose to ride. But in 2014, that was 9 years ago.
I think the opposite is true because now it's like so ubiquitous to say that Garrett is the best street rider, and I don't even think it's debatable. Like you can say other street riders are your favorite for a
Listen,
different
Noah.
reason, but if
Listen.
you're going to talk about technically,
We
Garrett is the best.
we all know that Garrett Reynolds is washed up, and
Oh, oh, oh.
where's my knife?
You know what
Stabbing.
sucks? You know what sucks is like I want to defend him so bad.
Don't
Like,
even say his name.
It's just it's part of my inner being
Mine too.
to just
Noah.
like to play devil's advocate.
It's
and be
mine
like, dude,
too.
it was a meme. Like maybe he is. I don't know. He might be.
Listen, Noah, buddy.
I saw it on the internet. It has to be true.
Anyways, Garrett Reynolds,
Yeah.
inarguably the best BMX rider.
Yeah, that's a good.
He could enter
That's
a
a good
park
swamp festival.
contest right now and win.
Well, I don't know about now. I
I
mean, he
think he
did.
could.
He in history has done that.
I
Now,
think he could. Yeah, because he would ride
You're
so
telling me-
different than everybody else that he'd be using the course in ways that nobody else is using it, and that would be
yeah,
different.
but they don't judge contests like that. Like in my heart, like.
But that's
that
why
should
Boyd
be,
Hilder
and I agree
places.
with you.
That's why Boyd Hilder can get top 3. He uses the park totally different.
At what contest though? Because if we're talking about a contest at like the
X Games
Claremont,
Park.
yeah, bullshit.
I
Dude.
think Garrett
There's a
could
reason
place.
Logan wins those too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Like it.
he lands perfectly and does 8,000 tail whips. But Garrett,
Right, it's like-
Garrett could beat him on his either of their best.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Logan wins the park competitions the same reason Garrett wins the street competitions because they're fucking scripted. Like they're just getting paid to fucking show up.
Yeah,
But,
but
like-
here's the difference. Logan couldn't win street. Garrett could win park.
I don't think Garrett like
Listen,
I
I'm gonna
think-
put a poll in the chat.
the way they judge it. Like I agree with you. In
Could
like as
Garrett Reynolds win a X Games park contest? Yes or no?
if they judged it like they used to judge it, yes. I think he fucking might have actually won in X Games Park. Like I think it's happened.
Garrett.
But the way they judge it now, where it's just like they've got a tail whip column, a bar spin column, and a backflip column, and they just do tally marks, like Garrett's not winning because he rides like a real BMX rider. You know what I mean? He doesn't ride like a fucking robot.
I'm looking. Okay. X Games Park 4th, 11th, 13th, 6th.
Am I lying? Did he never do it?
He definitely never won at X Games Park.
Damn. All right. That would have been cool. Sorry.
He won Real BMX in 2016. He won Real BMX in 2020.
So he did have two. Fuck yeah. At least I was right about that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not crazy. I got at least one thing right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's only 13 listed here, but he's won 15. Somebody needs to upgrade the Garrett Reynolds Wikipedia.
You think X Games would have a dedicated webpage for something like that, but
Why is
Oh, I
it
know.
50-50 right now? There's only 4 votes. Come on, people.
Yeah, I'm one of them too. So.
You bastard. I can't vote. I'm gonna go on all 18, or I'm gonna go on all 49,600 of my YouTube channels that subscribe to me, and I'm gonna vote yes on all of them.
Are you getting that close?
What do you mean? I make a new channel every single second and subscribe to myself. Of course I'm that
No, are you
close.
over? Are you over?
No, I'm not over 50. I haven't
Yeah,
made
yeah,
enough
okay, it
accounts
is.
yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay, I didn't. Last time I looked at your subscriber count, it still said 30,000. I made so much. I talked so much shit about 30,000.
What?
I I just remember you hitting 30,000 subscribers, and I was like, my name's Brant Moore. I got 30,000 subscribers.
And then you met me and was like, oh, wait a minute.
No, I'm pretty sure that was after we met.
Oh, so you're just a dick. Click.
I just talk shit.
Hang up on you.
Nah, you could never.
Oh, don't say that.
Garrett did definitely used to destroy a hitching post. Garrett never destroyed a hitching post as hard as Brandon Harris, though.
Can you say his name right?
Brandon Harris?
Are you talking about Brandon Hoerres?
Brandon Harris?
There's no A in that.
Brandon Harris?
I'm pretty sure it's like Hoerres.
No, it's Harris.
You are the one. Maybe it's not you. Say Tony from.
Tony Nair?
God, you suck. It's Tony Nair.
I see that one. I literally don't know. I say it both ways, but at that one, it's definitely Brandon Harris. And if I'm wrong on that one, then like all of my Milwaukee friends have been fucking me over for so long, like because I've
mean?
said that. Because like
the whole world knows they hate you.
All right, Brant, when's your welcome edit come out?
For what?
For fucking S&M Fit.
Oh, I'm working on it. I got one clip.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe two, but I think I'll probably just post the one on Instagram. So I got one.
Oh, so you got one.
I'm kind of waiting to like. I don't want it to have it all be rays, and the weather yet so far isn't really conducive to being outside of rays.
Right.
But I do have ideas for rays that I want to do. So probably in a couple months. Maybe by that time the S&M Instagram will be recovered from being hacked.
Oh, is that what happened?
Dude, it's just a whole stupid situation, and Instagram sucks, basically.
So, when do you are you going to go on S&M trips?
Ah.
You better. I'm going to cause a stink if you don't. I'd like to see some Brant Moore footage from a fucking S&M trip, you know what I mean? That'd be fucking awesome.
I'd be down to if it works out.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet.
I have so much going on in life that it's tough to plan trips and just be like if any random weekend thing comes up and just be like, oh yeah, I can be there because so much stuff's going on all the time and all that.
I understand that, bud.
Yeah.
But no, I just think that I don't know if you would call it the format, but like the way your YouTube channel works, I think that inside perspective from like a S&M session would be fucking awesome, or even a S&M fit session, however you want to see it. I think of like that video where Clint Reynolds foofed the van and Hoder's inside of it, and he's like just does the pure Hoder voice where he's like, oh fuck yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that for 10 minutes straight, but
yeah, it'd be sweet. I definitely would love to do that. The opportunity comes up. Definitely would love
Foot
to.
Jam whipped a decade. Go fuck yourself.
You literally did that in he didn't say on a ramp.
I thought he meant on a ramp.
Man,
I spent hours trying to do that. I spent hours trying to do it on a ramp.
I just want to let you know that there's 70% that say yes, Garrett Reynolds could win an X Games Park contest. Just saying. Speaking of BTM, I guess that's right. The internet hasn't seen my bike build yet.
Yeah, you're right.
I finished. So the The thing about that was that there was so many things that had to come before the bike build that I still haven't gotten to editing the bike build yet. Like, for example, I was waiting on the alienation parts, and then I realized that I'm gonna have a new setup for like filming type videos and stuff. And so some park tool stuff was on its way. So I was waiting on the park tool stuff to put together the bike because I was making a wheel build video. And the wheel build video, God, this is such a long, drawn out, stupid story. I don't even know why I'm telling all of this. But I posted the wheel lacing video today. The wheel truing video will go up in a few days or next Tuesday, and then the bike build can come out, because there was like all of these things that had to happen before, because it wouldn't make sense to do it backwards.
Nice.
Listen, the me Crumlish thing is already going to happen. He only lives 3.5 hours from me.
So now I get to ask the real question I've been wanting to ask, because I want to put this on the internet. Who gets to edit your Welcome to S&M video? Is it you or is it Crumlish? Because if it's not fucking Crumlish, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
What if we... Dude, what if... Whoa.
You get to film it, he gets to edit it. I don't understand what the big fucking
what
deal is
if? What if, for a first time in BMX history, we have 2 different versions of the same edit, one for the S&M channel and one for my channel, and one of them is edited by Charlie and one of them is edited by me.
Oh, this has definitely happened somewhere.
Oh, well, there you go. Did I just get a chat
but
from
that's
you?
still a
What
good
just
idea.
happened?
I mean, that's still a good idea.
What is that? Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, I think that'd be sweet, right? It's just
that's a
it's
great
just
idea.
me being a control freak and not being willing to let go. Noah 420 Dabber 710. Is that you?
Where the fuck is that?
Incognito? Is that
No, that ain't me. No, that ain't me.
That's definitely you in the chat. Noah's
No,
at
I swear to
420
God,
Dabber.
that wasn't me. But somebody did say to pull up Brandon Harris's props bio and listen to how they say it. I almost guarantee it's Brandon Harris. I watch that props bio like once a month.
Look, Huck Karinsky said that's ingenious, so boom.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you should do.
I'm gonna do that because I think I'd really love to see Charlie's version without having
Brandon Harris.
Did they actually?
Sorry.
Did they already say it?
Yeah, he said it.
I
He
don't
himself
believe
said
you.
Brandon Harris. Do you want me to send you the fucking link, Brant?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
You just type in Brandon Harris, HOERRES.
I see it right now. Look, I pulled it up.
My name is Brandon Harris.
Brandon Harris.
It's
Oh, you're a dick.
4th.
That's easily one of my top 5 favorite riders. Like, no shit. I know I say that all the fucking time, but that is, I mean, he's in there, dude.
Listen, I want you to right now narrow down 5. Top 5.
Brandon Harris.
You gotta
Brandon Harris.
put him in order.
No.
Put 'em
bullshit.
in order.
Dude, that's like picking children. I cannot put
Good
them
thing
in order.
you don't have kids. He's
I'm
like,
not putting him in
that the internet.
I'm not
knows
putting
of.
them in order. Brandon Harris, Little John. That's Little John.
So that's 5, 4.
That might be 1 too. I don't know.
What?
But so Brandon Harris, Little John, Josh Harrington,
3.
Man, Jamie Spreitzer,
2.
Matt Sparks.
Oh, that's a really good number 1.
I think Brandon Harris, Spritzer, and Sparks. No, dude, they're all tied for number one. Fuck you. There's no way you could put those in order, dude. There's no way.
Maybe not.
There's no way.
It's a good list. Matt Sparks is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you
I
mean
was talking to
Little John, as in the BMX
I
rider,
mean-
or the rapper?
I mean, Milwaukee's best, LJ Little John.
What's up, Donovan? Oh, goodness. That's funny. Okay, now here's what I want you to do now. I want you to guess my top 5. Because I think you could do it.
There's one. Sponge.
Put them in order.
Oh, I can't put them in order. Dude, there's no orders in BMX.
Yes, there is, but okay.
No, there's no, nah, fuck that. Our podiums are one level. Fuck you.
There's only orders whenever I'm the one asking the question. When someone's asking me, there is no order.
Yeah, no, there's no orders. All our podiums are just boxes. Sponge is definitely up there. He might just be number one, I assume.
I told you there was
After
an order.
that, I don't actually know.
Really?
Well, see, because with you, I feel like you are either gonna pick people that like you fucking love now, or people that like were in your field of view when you were like I don't know, coming of age is really a weird thing to say, but like as you were like realizing the BMX world. So I don't know, like next I want to say something like Trevor.
Hold on, I'm gonna start a Q&A. By the way, the Garrett Reynolds Park thing ended at 75% yes.
Well, dude, I'm sorry, but your user base is dumb. Like, it just they're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Rob Wise is good, dude. Me and Jeff have this conversation all the time.
Boom. Name my top
see,
5.
Kramer's definitely on there. Sponge, Kramer, Trevor, Hollywood. I don't even know who 5 would be. I'm sorry.
Sponge, Kramer, Hollywood, Trevor, and then you got...
Or you got one more?
Yeah.
We'll just go Dave Mira.
Not even close.
What's your actual 5?
This is really hard, actually.
Yeah.
Because there would be
5. You were just letting me fucking pick for you.
That was the point.
You dick.
What do you mean? This is BMX After Dark. It's supposed to be us just talking crap to each other. Obviously, Sponge is the number 1.
Okay, so I had that one right.
There's just not even any question about that.
Steve Cuesta better be on your list, dude.
No, not on the top 5, but he's in the
Bullshit.
top. He's in the top.
Your list is wrong. No.
You just gave me my list and then asked me for my list.
I'm just fucking with you.
No, Sponge. You have to put Kramer in it.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to be the only person outside of my like personal life.
What's that? Well, that's fine, because that's exactly what I was thinking. What's that edit of Kramer's you're always talking about? Is it what frame company did he ride for? Felt, yeah, that Felt video.
Felt bikes. There was a couple of them.
Yeah.
So Sponge, Kramer's got to be on it. Simpson, what a good name, but he's not on the top 5.
Bullshit, dude.
I didn't know him well enough for that.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna say Big JT. Big JT is someone that no one would even know unless they watched the video of me riding with him recently.
Was that what was the name of the video? Childhood Friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That video got me stoked.
Yeah, it got me stoked too.
Hell yeah.
So that's 3. Dude. See, this is where it gets really tough because part of me wants to say just all of the people I grew up riding with are my favorite because they were. They 100% were. But if I was gonna like include everyone to this day, then it gets a little bit more difficult. Like,
Well, if you think of my top five, it's not the people I grew up riding with, but it's the people I grew up watching. And if you didn't watch videos, you watched the people that you
right,
rode with.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's the same kind of idea. Like, I don't think it's a cop out at all.
No,
It's just way less underground. I don't know.
I feel like
you
that's
wanna be
way
posers,
more
fine.
underground. I'm saying riders that no one's ever heard of. That's
You're right,
underground
it
as it
is.
gets.
It's very
Sponge is quite arguably the greatest, like the most talented, highest skilled underground rider in all of
true.
BMX history.
I lost you, bud.
I hear you. You're just frozen drinking, so I mean, it's normal. Noah! Noah! Uh-oh. Is he back? What happened? Alright, I'm gonna call him again. 1 second, folks. We lost Noah. Did Noah's computer die mid-podcast? What just happened? Noah. Noah. Oh no. Oh Noah. And we wait for Noah to come back. Twisted Tea just called him about the sponsorship. You broke it. I guess I did break it. Noah isn't online. I messaged him on Instagram, but he didn't answer. Not yet. And I can't give the rest of my top 5. His PC died. That's what I said, but I hope not, because I think it's like plugged in, as in like it's not a laptop. Hams. Maybe it is a laptop. I don't know. Internet issue. 1 sec. He said internet issue. Ooh, let's call Jeff Mead for a minute. We could get Jeff and Noah in here. Screw it. We'll get them both in. You sank my battleship. Jeff, it said you're not online. Oh, did Noah call me back? There it is. There it is.
Absolutely no clue why that died, but that's fine.
You're back. We're good. It's okay. So as I was saying,
Yep.
Sponge
You were
is
telling
quite
how
possibly...
Sponge is way more underground than my entire list.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying that he's more underground. I'm saying he's got to be like one of the best people on the whole underground BMX circuit of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a sense, like, I think every rider that nobody else would know of would be the best rider, like, in the underground. You know what I mean? Like, that's my favorite part of the underground, is like finding the rider that nobody else would know about, because like he'd never post anything. That's why I don't fucking post anything, because it's like, oh, that guy fucking rips, but you would never know it because he never posts. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I mean, fucking Hireki never posts either. Hireki's really fucking
See,
good.
this is why it's difficult, because I want to put him on my list. But
Yeah, I would put.
But
Hireki
I don't
on
have
the
enough
list.
people. I don't have enough people. Like, I don't have enough room on the list.
All right, Road Fools 10 through 14.
So I said Sponge, Kramer, and Big JT. I picked 12, by the way.
It's a good one.
I feel like I might have to say... Part of me is just gravitating towards Louis Kaminsky right now.
He gets extra points for foofing the gate at the Grands. That was probably my favorite clip of the last like year.
just saying, like, he's incredible. And I don't know, that'd be four.
My only thing with Kaminsky, my only thing with old Instagram is that I don't think he understands my like sense of humor. Like every time I see him in person, I act like myself, and I feel like he's a little off put by like just the general my personality.
Oh, jeez. But then there's also like so many people.
I do.
Like, there's people like Josh Corsi from Ohio that people probably don't know who he is, and he hasn't ridden consistently for a long time, but the dude has some of the best tricks. And then there's people like Vinny DeVera. Noah's frozen again, but
Yeah, am I really?
no, you're just very potato. It's probably your Android.
Oh, well, that sucks. Fucking, you know what? It's because I'm not on a Mac computer too.
Yeah,
It's because I'm on a
probably.
fucking Windows desktop.
Probably, but then there's people like Vinny DeVera from Ohio too, who's like just
Mhm.
absolutely incredible, and he's done so many amazing things. Is Noah streaming props? It's probably messing with his
No,
connection.
I'm watching it on hard copy, bud. Fucking-
There's people like him, and then like Brian Harecki, or should I say Herky? Or Harky.
Harris?
Brian Herky.
Harecki?
It's
R-R?
it's H-O-E.
Harecki?
Or no, it's H-O-R.
Is it really?
Damn it, it's H-O-R. Not H-O-E-R. Either way. But there's people like him. And then there's people like Cuesta. There's people like Hollywood. There's people like Dorito, Trevor.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, I've never seen Dorito ride a bike in person.
he's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen videos when I was young.
Yeah.
I've
And then
never
there's
seen him
people
ride a
like-
bike with my eyes.
There's people like James Schaum and John Tullis. James Schaum, he still has like my favorite tail whips out of anybody who does jumping tail whips. You know, then there's people like Jostin. You know, all of the people. So
Yeah.
my list.
Oh yeah.
My list is impossible to make because my list is all of the people who, when I see them show up somewhere, I turn into a giddy little puppy dog, like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like every time I come to Cleveland.
Yes.
It's my favorite part about going to race, dude. It's my favorite part about going to Fort Wayne too, is like seeing dudes that were in fucking 1201 and being like, you got a credited spot in 1201. Shit like that. But yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's
All
stuff
right.
like that. All right, what?
Oh, I'm out of questions to ask you. I wrote down a list of questions that I wanted to ask you, and I got through them all. But
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah,
Oh, there we go.
we did top 5. What about your bottom 5?
I don't think you want me to do that.
Oh, number 1, baby.
Oh wait, yeah, you're on my list too. See, and like Jeff Mead. Jeff Mead's on my list.
I am not on your fucking list.
Why
dude.
not?
Get me off of there.
You-
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
not
be on
straight
your
edge enough
list.
to be on your
We
list.
can't be on your list. That'll make me not as underground.
Exactly. No, it's because I don't know how to fucking. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to talk to people who have seen videos I've made on the internet. Like that's still a weird thing to me. Like I just got over the Instagram thing. Like meeting people that you've only known on Instagram. Like
Mhm.
I could deal with that now, but the YouTube thing's still weird to me.
Dude,
But-
you just got. I mean, life is definitely weird, but you just gotta go for it. Yeah, at Swamp Fest, there were so many people, like Seth Kimbrough. I'd never talked to him before, but I saw him.
Yeah.
And like there was people that I was standing there with. They were like, "Oh, Seth Kimbrough," and then I just looked at him and I was like, "I'm not gonna stand here and point and say that it's Seth Kimbrough." And I walked over and just started talking to him.
Yeah, well, your level's different than mine though. Like I'm talking
It
about just
doesn't
like
matter.
at a.
And it's not. See, the internet cut him off because of how wrong he was.
It's like
Noah's frozen again. No,
it
everything you said
but
just cut out,
am I back yet?
sort of.
Man, you have to cut it short because of internet problems.
I think that's it.
Let me flush the DNS.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
IP config /
Whoa.
flush DNS.
You know computers. So it's going to be a computer, mechanic, trim carpenter, convenience store that only sells hams where you can get a commercial made as well as a video.
Yes, that
Cool.
is exactly right. It did not help, by the way.
Sean Chambers said we are all people. Exactly. That's why it doesn't matter. That's how I've always looked at things.
Yeah, no, and I agree. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like the extent to where it like changes the flow of a session. And not in like a bad way. I'm just saying like when you roll up to a session at like a skate park you've never been to, right? And you get on the deck, there's like a vibe, right? Where you show up and you're like, oh, I wonder if they rip or like how hard they rip, and then like the sort of vibe grows from there. And like showing up to a session, and I'm not saying this literally happened like maybe twice in my life where they're like, I'm pretty sure I've seen one of your videos on the internet and I'm like, holy shit, like it just changes the fucking like the way I'm used to conducting a session, and it's crazy to me. I don't know. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. Like I'm not trying to like it. I don't even know how to explain what I'm saying, but it's just weird. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know. It's awesome. And it also all boils down to the like the videos I have on YouTube with 300 views are genuinely my favorite videos, because like that 300 viewer base is like an in group. You know what I mean? Like the 300 people that watched that video watched it because like they're fucking stoked on bikes. You know what I mean? And they like really wanted to see bikes in that specific setting. And like that to me is like, that's the fucking crazy part.
I can't wait until you finally give in to the fact that someone...
No.
You can't even hear me because his internet's so bad.
I can hear you. It was good fucking half an hour ago.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know either. Bree probably started streaming fucking dude porn or something.
That's weird, bro. Well, I tried to get Jeff Mead in here, but it didn't work. So what I was gonna say is that everything you just said is why it would be so awesome if you let go of your undergroundness just enough to get yourself someone who wants to put their logo on your video to help you get to these events easier.
Yeah, no, and it's not that like I have not been doing or haven't like pursued that because I'm too underground or anything. It's that like I don't like the reason I haven't put out a video in however long is because I don't want to put out anything that I don't want to put my on. So I wouldn't let anybody else put their company logo on something that I wouldn't even put my name behind. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm too underground or I'm too cool. It's just like I don't feel like like the things I'm putting out, however sparse they are, like I don't feel like they're my full potential or whatever you want to say. Like they're just it's not the vision that I see in my head, and it's not what I want to monetize. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but everybody
I got a fucked brain.
Everybody nobody starts out with a job as the business, the person who runs the business, like, as their first job. Maybe a couple people who start mowing lawns when they're 16.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you're the guy
Yeah.
working at the lowest end of the totem pole. And it's like, you're already above that with what you're talking about. I don't know. I just hate to see you in positions where you have to miss out on something like the Wedgwood contest because of a battery. When I know that there's people out there who would want to help you get there just to be involved with what you're doing.
Right. And like part of that comes down to me. Like there was definitely a point in time, like there was a Noah that would have been like, fuck it, I'm gonna, I'll try all 3 cars just to make it to this event. Like I'll put every fucking thing in my life to get it there. But like I'm just at a point now where there's too much on the line, where it's like, if I get there and I strand one of the 3 vehicles I have, that's like, a 33% less of a chance that I make it to work on Monday, and then like I'm really fucked, and that bleeds on my chances to make it to the next event. Like it's boiling down to a numbers game at this point in time, and it really sucks, but it's coming around.
That's the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah, it's coming around.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is you make stuff that's good enough that I know you keep shutting me down on this, but you make stuff that's good enough that somebody would want to help you get there in a vehicle that's not yours.
Yeah. Look, if somebody wants to give me money to make things exactly the way I want to make them, like I'm fucking into it.
That's the whole point, Noah. You write that into it, and that's how I am where I am. I've made no compromises in anything that I've ever done. I'm just me.
Yeah.
And you can do the same thing.
Yeah, but like, you are just you, but
No, just say it. Just say you're too underground.
No, because that's not it. Like that's not it. It's just like there are different companies I'm willing to represent than you are, right? Like that's just part of
hit up Hams, dude. Send Hams the Ohio or the Skatopia video and be like, look, you could be involved with this.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not fucking kidding you. Twisted T quit returning my messages. Like that's not a joke. I'm 100% serious. They do not talk to me anymore. Like I would do it, but nobody wants to fucking give me money.
You didn't hit up Hams.
Not yet. I'm working on it, dude.
And you need a manager. You need an agent.
I am the fucking manager, dude. I got a whole team revolved around this. I am the manager. I am the manager.
Oh, that's funny.
On that note, the one thing I did want to do while I'm on the internet is I wanted to say thank you to Tough Luck BMX and talk about how fucking awesome they are.
Is that your first sponsor?
No.
Oh, okay.
They just sent me stuff. I put this patch, another one of these patches, on that Colt bag I have, and he's like, fuck, that's awesome, dude, let me send you some stickers and shit. And they sent me like some stickers and a lighter, and I was fucking, I don't know, that's just like, that's BMX's fuck to me. I love that shit. Stickers and lighters and shit with logos on them. That's the fucking, are we gonna get into a, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah.
Let me do it right.
I sewed my patch on by myself. I'm way fucking cooler than you are.
They gave me the hat.
I'm just fucking.
Is it? It's not sewed on though. I think it's iron on. No, it's sewed. I lied.
Is it? Yeah, that's fucking metal as hell.
See, I knew it was somewhere right there.
I sewed a CW fucking patch onto that goddamn backpack, dude, and it's like the shape of a CW logo. That was the most fucking headache-inducing sewing job I've ever done.
That sounds like it.
Squares are easy. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I'm not scared of selling out.
It's not selling out if you're staying yourself.
Yeah, no, I was kidding. I mean, I don't believe in the whole selling out thing, but like it I would never like want to I never want to like the reason I'm doing it is not to make money or make a living. Like if I like fuck it, if I never make another BMX video again in my life, like great, whatever. Like I had a good time making the ones I did, and like I've got plans for doing the ones that I want to do. But even if I like go on the trips to do the ones that I want to do, and they don't still get the experience out of them, and that's really the point in and of itself. If I get to share it with other people along the way, like that's an upside, you know what I mean? And if 2 people watch it, fucking awesome.
That's
So
the
like
whole point.
if yeah, like if the right circumstance kind of goal that I have, I just want to fucking ride bikes and drink beer, and I mean that's what I'm gonna do. So
And the only reason I bring
we'll see how
this
it goes,
up,
man.
the only reason that I bring it all up is because it makes me sad whenever I see how stoked you are to go to something like the Wedgwood contest and then it just doesn't get to happen. And I'm like, all right, how can I help him? In what way can I help him fix this problem? And then I just, first and main way I do is by everything that I've been saying through personal experience of just like using what you've created as leverage to be value to somebody else, to have yourself get helped out in the process. Like with Swamp Fest this year and working with Dan's. Like literally I did exactly what I would have done even if I wasn't involved with them at all for this year's thing.
Yeah. I don't know. The way you help me the most, honestly, is like, I don't know how to really say this, but like when I drive to Cleveland, and sometimes I like won't even fucking message you, and like I'll just show up at Ray's, and then it's just like, oh fuck, there's Brant. Like hell yeah. Like that fucking pure sensation of joy where it's just like, this is, 2 days of my life where I can just focus on being with people that I like and riding my bike. Like that, to me, is like a bastion away from having to worry about like fixing it. To me, and that is like what BMX really is right now and has been for the past 6 months. And I probably, could have like tried to push out more content or videos or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But to me as like a person, it was a lot more fulfilling to just like take those like moments as they came and just like exist within them. Dude, that sounds so fucking spiritual. I hate it. But
You're so meta, Noah.
Yeah, I know. That really sounded like something something an astrology girl would say.
Where's your crystals at?
Yeah, I'm a Cancer, if you didn't know. But no, yeah, it.
It's okay. I get it.
It started filming was because like I thought BMX was awesome, and I just wanted to like have that on the internet so that like maybe if some fringe group in the future remembered it, they could come back to it. But to do that in the first place, there had to be like a time and a place that warranted it. And like, not saying that I want to get back to that, but I feel like that's very like core to the whole idea, right? And it's not just that like I don't feel like the videos aren't warranted or that I can't do them, but that idea is also manifesting itself in other ways. I'm sorry I used the word manifesting.
God, you want to talk about
just going.
You want to talk about the signs and constellations now too?
It don't, but it all jokes aside, like it really is like coming to fruition in other aspects, and I personally, in solely like to a fault by myself just like don't post on social media enough. Like there's a line, right? And there's like posting too much to where it's like fucking just god awful, and then there's like Brant Moore where it's like informational, like this is what's happening, this it's like factual, you know what I mean? And then there's like me where it's like fucking it's like Project Dark Zero, you know, just absolutely nothing. And then one day there's like a picture of a beer can and a burnt valve, and you're like, oh shit, I guess he's still alive.
I think
So it because of that, like it might be hard to see, but like there like that kind of effort that was going into The Scene's Not Dead is not like dead and gone. It exists. It's just either going through other channels or it exists in a different place. Yeah, I don't know where I'm fucking going, dude. I'm rambling.
I get it. But right now, we are in an airplane together.
I fucking hate airplanes. We ever talked about this on the internet?
No.
Yeah, I'm terrified of airplanes, dude.
All right, I'm gonna put this back.
That's why I dropped it. Because you can't fix an airplane mid-trip, dude. If the alternator goes out in an airplane, you're fucked.
I get it. It's what I wanted to respond to everything you were just saying is that like obviously you know this, and a lot of people who might be watching this know this, but you just described the essence of what I do in trying to capture things so that not only I can remember them 20 years from now, but everybody who was there can remember them. Mm-hmm. And I just take everything you said to the furthest extent possible and capture every single session that I have in its entirety, pretty much. Yeah, for those reasons.
That's the sole difference between, like, say you want to catch everything, every session, and like from your point of view, like everything that you can get your hands on, you want to commit to the internet so it's there for eternity, that or until YouTube takes a shit, right? Yeah. Like my idea of committing BMX to the internet is like a lot more nebulous and kind of.
He used the word nebulous.
That's the core difference, right? Right. That's the core difference is like I want to capture like what the scene felt like at a point in time instead of just like everything I can get my hands on. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to commit pen to paper unless I feel like I'm presenting like what it felt like, you know what I mean? And there are certainly videos I put on the internet. There are certainly videos I put on the internet that I don't feel like live up to that standard, but like knowing that now, I'm not gonna like regress to a point where I'm putting out just like whatever I can film, you know what I mean? Because like there's no world where I'm gonna like just do a YouTube video like better than you or anybody else that could film a YouTube video, you know what I mean? Like that's not why I'm on the internet. You know, like I never wanted to like make YouTube videos. I wanted to make like BMX videos, and I still do. It's just now it's things are shifting, I guess. I don't know. This is fucking getting weird.
You're just going and going. I'm like, I'll interject. Yeah. Nope, he's still going.
No.
Well, it's also that you're trying to do it for the scene and not just for yourself or a couple people who might be there at any given session. Like I'm doing it literally for myself mainly because I want to be able, I recognize very early on that I have a terrible memory, and in general people aren't ever going to be able to remember these very minute details of every single time they rode their bike, and I just never wanted to give those away. So I captured every single one of them possible forever, and so I'm doing it for myself before anything else, and that's the difference between what we do, is that you're doing it for like the scene and obviously partially yourself too, but like you're also trying to give back to that side of things. The nebulous is not dead. Kier said upper management
The
vocabulary. You need a middle management shirt. No, you need a middle management shirt that you know that the more you know thing with the star. It needs to be that,
Yep.
but it needs to just say synergy.
Synergy. I do that every time I watch one of your videos, dude. Like where we've had a session and then like I'll pop up for a clip. I'll be like, dude, I had no fucking clue I did that. I messaged you about one of them the other day. It might have been that foot jam whip because it's like you, Joey,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Joey, me, foot jam whip, you, Joey, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
did
love
message
that,
me
dude.
about that, and like that's why I do it. I love whenever somebody brings up the fact that they watched a video from however many years ago. I don't know if you ever got to meet Marcus Rodriguez.
No.
So he was a dude who used to ride like a lot. He doesn't ride anymore, and at least not very much. But
Mm-hmm.
I just pulled up a memory the other day because we were riding and like somehow the topic of somebody like trying to getting left hanging on a fist bump came up, and I was like, oh my god, I have the best video ever from that happening because this dude, it was at the trails. Actually, I don't know why I'm talking about it. I can just pull it up.
Oh yeah, you do that.
Yeah, so I'll explain. I mean, it's hard for you because you won't be able to see it. I need to clip this out
Yeah, it's fine.
as its own thing.
I'm in pursuit of greatness.
Shut up, ad. I already have it up here. It's just the best fist bump getting left hanging moment ever, and I have it on video and I can just go back and look at it anytime I want to, and that is literally the whole point of this. So check this out.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2 minutes.
Got 'em
before I
dialed
can see
now.
it.
That's the first time I've tried it since.
Nice. Well, you got it.
Are you kidding me?
Nobody's kidding.
Marcus getting left hanging right now. Oh my god, an ad played in the middle of it? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go back a little bit. Clipping that out and making it into a short. It's just so good because he's literally like holding the fist up, and then he just gets left hanging. He just fist bumps himself, turns, and walks away. It is so good. And like, if I wasn't filming, we would that moment would be a memory. But like,
Right.
I wouldn't be able to go back and watch this thing that I edited together to be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, in like a memory like that is as grand as it is. It's kind of like, who remembers a fist bump out of all the like
Right.
out of all the back rail foofs and hams, that I drink. Like, I'm not gonna remember a fist bump. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
yeah, I love that kind of shit. It's amazing.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but your
Yeah,
internet
who
is
knows?
literally
So when are you
sucking. Ask your question.
I have no clue why my internet's so dog shit. Dude, I'm sorry. We've never had this problem. Out of all your fucking, here we go. But when are you going to Nick Bruce's to film a video?
Because I've been moving, I haven't been free, and because of the Wedgwood contest, so I haven't had a Saturday, and they normally do their stuff on Saturdays. I haven't been able to go on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm also really weird.
What's your idea for the brew house?
I'm just gonna
you're really
film
weird,
us
why?
playing Knockout because
Oh yeah.
because that's what we talked about in the podcast. That's literally like the only reason that I am going to make myself go there is so I can play Knockout. But Damn it! What were you? You said something else. I can't remember.
No, that was it. I was gonna ask you like, fucking, what would you do at the brew house? I think that was a really good interview. Like there's something that I love about seeing like the core side of a Nick Bruce, right? And like I think I get to see it more than like maybe the rest of BMX does, just because of like I'm not in Cleveland a bunch, but I guess through the winter months I am there like every other fucking weekend. But there, I don't know. I just love that because to anybody that maybe doesn't live in the Midwest, it's like it's Nick Bruce. He does fucking 540 flares, but then like you see him at Rays and it's like he's just a really good bike rider. You know what I mean? Like he's not Nick Bruce. He's just like a dude on the deck, and I feel like he carries that like dude on the deck stature, like maybe a little better than some other do. And I don't know. I've just always really liked that about Nick. So to hear him talk about like riding Changa the way he did was just fucking awesome to me. That was really I was hanging cabinets while listening to that. And I was like, this is fucking awesome, dude.
Nice. He's just a real person.
God,
your internet.
Yeah, no, it's fucking.
Oh my. All right. I don't know how much more I can deal with
Dude.
it. It's getting dark.
It's
It's every
fine.
other word.
Yeah.
I
It's
wish
fine.
I could
It's probably
remember
pretty
what I
bad.
was gonna say. I was gonna say something else in that whole thing.
What would you do at the brew house? Final question of the night. What would you do at the brew house?
I would ride it like everybody else is riding it, just with less tail whips and flips.
Yeah.
I
You're not
probably
gonna do your first flip. You gonna flip at the brew house?
No, my flip isn't gonna happen till I hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's speechless. Hear that?
I'll
No,
give
you
you.
don't.
Yeah, I swear to God. To flip at the brew house. 100
The internet doesn't want
dollars.
your internet doesn't want you to say what you're saying. Accept it.
I will give you
His internet won't let him say this right now. He said, "I will give you."
$100 to do it.
He's gonna just say it repeatedly. I told you just now. I don't know if you heard me or not, but I am not going to do a tail whip until I hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If it never happens, that means I got to cop out. If it happens, then you get to see a backflip. Cool. Noah.
That's bullshit.
You're very creepily frozen right now. Brant he had to revert to the chat. Maybe one day.
This is bullshit.
Maybe one day, Noah. You're literally frozen right now, but I can hear you.
All right, well that's good enough.
What would
All
you
right,
do at the
we-
brew house?
If he still has a back rail, I would poof it, and that's probably well. I don't want to say because I got like
He should have
four
said
quarter pipes there, and then sit down and drink beer.
Cool. I'll be honest. I only heard half of what you said because of your internet. So yeah. Oh my God! All right, I'm giving up on it.
Well,
can you
I
hear me?
reckon I better cut it off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I've been able to hear every word you've said.
Okay, you're here for a second. Thank you, Noah. Follow The Scene's Not Dead and Noah McBride BMX, whatever it is, on Instagram, and we'll see him hopefully soon.
Soon.
Bye. I don't know if he can hear me or not.
Later on, brother.
There it is. See ya.
I couldn't hear you. Just
Bye.
yeah.